The iPhone 12 Pro Max is the biggest iPhone ever at 6.7 inches. But it's not just a supersized version of the iPhone 12 Pro. It also boasts a more advanced camera and much longer battery life. Is it worth the jump from $1,000 to $1,100? Absolutely, but that doesn't mean it's right for you. Here's the pros and cons in my iPhone 12 Pro Max review. The iPhone 12 Pro Max is a beast of a phone compared to the regular iPhone 12 Pro. Just look at them side by side. It's the difference between having a flagship phone you can easily use with one hand and, well, not. But in exchange, you get a much more expansive and immersive display, which not only fits more content on the screen at once, but gives you a bigger keyboard for typing and basically a mini movie theater in your pocket. The iPhone 12 Pro Max looks more premium than the iPhone 11 Pro Max as well, and that's because of the sleeker looking flat edges. The gold version is particularly eye-catching, though the stainless steel finish does pick up fingerprints in a hurry. The front glass is protected by a ceramic shield, which means you should expect up to 4 times the drop performance of the last model. Alas, the notch for the true depth camera is still pretty large, but it comes in handy for Face ID. I just wish Apple found a way to integrate Touch ID in the display or the power button, like it did for the new iPad Air. With its 6.7-inch display, the iPhone 12 Pro Max's OLED panel is bigger than the iPhone 11 Pro Max's 6.5-inch screen, but overall the design is close to the same size. That's because Apple was able to trim the borders around the screen. And this is a pretty amazing display. When watching Stranger Things, I enjoyed an explosion of colors that almost makes you forget you're holding a phone. The iPhone 12 Pro Max also happens to offer the most color-accurate display we've ever tested. The panel registered 0.07 on the Delta E test, where 0 is perfect. The Note 20 Ultra notched 0.24. The only thing missing is a smooth 120Hz refresh rate, which would have made for smoother scrolling and animations. Here's hoping for the iPhone 13. The iPhone 12 Pro Max offers the best cameras on any phone, and that's saying something considering how good the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and Pixel 5 are. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has a larger sensor than the regular iPhone 12 Pro, which is designed to deliver an 87% improvement in low light conditions. You also get a 2.5x optical zoom, which is behind the Note 20 Ultra's 5x zoom, but better than the 2x on the regular iPhone 12 Pro. Let's start with the shot of mums captured by the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The iPhone shot is brighter and richer, while the Pixel 5's photo turns the flowers more orange. There's just no pop. The iPhone 12 Pro Max also beats the Pixel 5 in this shot of produce. There's more of a sheen to the peppers in the iPhone's image. Google's photo looks flat and dull by comparison. The iPhone 12 and Pixel 5 were more evenly matched in this portrait. The iPhone does a better job rendering my face, especially in the shadows. But the yellow in my Star Wars shirt looks more vibrant, and there's more contrast overall from the Pixel. Alright, how about zoom? At 7x, the iPhone 12 Pro Max's photo of this mural looks okay, while the Pixel 5's version looks like a watercolor painting. Overall though, the Note 20 Ultra has the sharper and more powerful zoom on the market. At 12x, you clearly make out the text way across the street on this fish market sign. When it comes to low light performance, the Pixel 5 has the edge in this Christmas tree shot. The greens are richer and you can make out more detail in the jade pieces. Outdoors, the iPhone 12 Pro Max gets the nod, as it captures a bit more detail in the pumpkin and flowers. The Pixel 5 shot is brighter, but there's a bit of a film over it. Speaking of film, the iPhone 12 Pro Max uses what's called sensor shift stabilization to keep things steady, instead of optical image stabilization. And it works really well, even when walking at a brisk pace. The iPhone 12 Pro Max did an impressive job keeping the 4K footage smooth, even if some lens flare crept in. This sweeping panorama of the Manasquan River looks absolutely gorgeous. You can easily make out lots of ripples in the water, and the narrow wisps of clouds look well defined against the blue sky. This is thanks to the iPhone 12 Pro Max's Dolby Vision HDR support, a first for smartphones. When it comes to sheer performance, the A14 Bionic processor in the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is paired with 6 gigs of RAM, has no equal. When playing the arena fighting game, I kicked, slashed, and impaled enemies with abandon, and the gameplay remained as fluid and smooth as a console. The iPhone 12 Pro Max also outperformed the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra on the 3D Mark Wildlife Graphics benchmark. Apple's handset notched 41 frames per second, compared to just 24 for the Galaxy. As expected, the iPhone 12 Pro Max also blew away the Android competition on Geekbench, but also in our own video editing test. It took the 12 Pro Max just 28 seconds to transcode a 4K video to 1080p, compared to 1 minute and 16 seconds for the Note 20 Ultra. The iPhone 12 Pro Max supports every flavor of 5G, including sub-6 GHz and millimeter wave. I tested the phone on T-Mobile's network and saw solid speeds in central New Jersey, but nothing blazing. Using the speed test app, the iPhone 12 Pro Max maxed out at 211 megabits per second for downloads and 77.5 megabits per second for uploads. Like other iPhone 12 models, the Pro Max can automatically switch from 5G to 4G via its smart data mode. This can help save battery life, but it kicks in mostly when the screen is off, such as when you're streaming music. One of the biggest reasons to splurge on the iPhone 12 Pro Max is the extra endurance you get from its larger battery. On the Tom's Guide battery test, which involves continuous web surfing over 5G, the iPhone 12 Pro Max lasted 10 hours and 53 minutes. That's nearly 2 hours longer than the regular iPhone 12 Pro, which endured for 906. Samsung's Galaxy Note 20 Ultra was slightly behind the iPhone 12 Pro Max with a runtime of 1026. Like the rest of the iPhone 12 lineup, Apple doesn't include a charger in the box with the 12 Pro Max. That might be the green thing to do, but it's also annoying, especially if you want to fast charge. A 20-watt charger will get you to just under 50% in 30 minutes. But MagSafe is getting more attention because it works with the magnets on the back of the iPhone 12 Pro Max to easily attach. This $39 charger is 15 watts, which is slower, but it's twice as fast as previous iPhone wireless chargers. Just keep in mind that you'll need the power brick and MagSafe, as they're sold separately. The iPhone 12 Pro Max lives up to its name in a few key ways. You get a much bigger display than the regular iPhone 12 Pro and much longer battery life. Personally, I didn't find that the Max's larger camera sensor produced much better looking images, but it is nice that you get a more powerful zoom. It really comes down to whether you want a more compact phone or you really like big screens. I fall into the latter camp, but you won't go wrong with either Pro. As for the Android competition, the iPhone 12 Pro Max has put them all on notice, with generally better cameras and faster performance. For Tom's Guide, this is Mark Spoonhour.